Now I'll give you a demo to create a CSV file using Notepad, and then how to write a program to read the content from the CSV file. Okay, first let me create a Notepad of a student record. Okay, so let me open a Notepad. Okay, so this is my Notepad. I'm going to create a student record. So for the student record, I wanted to have a student number, name, and then age. Okay, so first I'm going to give the heading, that is the header of the table. Okay, so it is S number. Okay, let it be caps, S number, comma, name, comma, age. Okay, so it should be comma separated. Okay, every single column should be given separated by comma. Okay, now I am going to enter the value for the same. So 101 A, and then age is 15. Okay, and then 102 comma B, and then the age is 16. Okay, 103. Okay, C, comma 17. Okay, I have entered some value. Now you have to save it. Okay, so you have to be very careful while saving. So it should be in the same location where my program is. Otherwise you have to give the file path. Whatever is convenient to you, you do it. I'm convenient in storing the file in the same location where my Python program gets stored. This is my default location. So here you have to give the file name .csv, and it should be given within double quotes. Okay, so in double quotes, so I'll just give the name as test. Okay, test .csv. okay, the file extension should be CSV. Okay, now save the file. So after saving the file, now I'm going to write a Python program. So in my Python program, file, new file. Okay, so in the new file I'm going to write a program. How to write a program? First you have to import the CSV module, import CSV. Okay, after that you have to open the file, create a reader object, and then you have to display the content, that is process the information. First let me open the file. Okay, so fin is equal to open of, what is the file name that I have given? It is test.csv, comma, what is the mode? It should be read mode, because I am going to read the content from the file. Okay, so once you do that, you have to use this, you have to pass this object as a parameter to a reader function, which will return an object. So there must be some variable to receive the value. Okay, so I'll just give the name as fr is equal to reader function. You have to call it with the CSV module. So csv dot reader of fin. Okay, so and then this is the line you have to write it. Okay, so now fr, it is having the contents of the file. Okay, it is a iterable value. So how to display the iterable value? You have to use the for loop. Okay, how to use the for loop? So for fr. Okay, whatever the iterable content is, the values can be fetched using for loop. Okay, for fr, I am just displaying the values of I. Okay, so it will display one record at a time. Okay, so print I. Okay, so I'm just printing the value. So that's it. Okay, this is enough to read the content, the complete content of the CSV file, and display it in the monitor. So don't forget to close your file. So now it is fin.close. Okay, so now I have written my program. Let me save it as save as. Okay, so whatever it is, file handling demo 1. Okay, I want to store it here. Okay, already exists, doesn't matter, let me replace it. This is my program. Now let me run a program. So when you run this Okay, so already I have executed, that is why. So here S number, name, age, 101 AAA BBB, that is, so it reads the contents from the file and it displays the information. Okay, so when you look at it closely, every single element, okay, I was displaying print of I, that's it, right? So it is reading and storing the information as a list. Okay, and when you look at it closely, everything it's been given as a string only. Okay, not a number. 101 it is not a number, 15 it is not a number, everything is in the form of a string. Okay, that is how it will create. Okay, so here everything, every single record is displayed as a sequence of, it is displayed as a list. Okay, how to fetch the individual value? Okay, I want to take the student number alone separately, I want to take name alone separately, I want to fetch the age alone separately. How to do that? How will you access the list elements? You can use a index. Okay, so if it is I is a list, I of 0 is yes number, I of 1 is name, I of 2 is age. Okay, now I am going to use that method to display the information. Now I am going to do the change in my program. So instead of I, when you print I, it will display it as a list. Now what am I going to do is, I am going to display as a 3 different columns. Okay, so print print of I of 0. Okay, so and then you can give whatever the separator that you want. Okay, colon or whatever, and then comma I of 1. Okay, the second value, and then I of 2. Okay, so here what you are understanding here is, so when you give I, it will fetch the complete list. So from the list, how to fetch the value? You can use a subscript I of 0. It is I of 0, I of 1, and then I of 2. Okay, so three columns are there. It is indexed from 0. So I'm fetching the information using the index. That's it. Okay, so I'm just saving it and then run it once again. So when you get it, it is displaying a serial number colon. Okay, that is what I have given in a print statement, right? So now I of 0, it is having the value 101, I of 1 is having the value name, and then I of 2 it is having the value 15. So if you want to check any content, you can use the subscript value to fetch the information from the list. Okay, that is what you need to understand. So we have also discussed about the line number, right? Okay, so how to print the line number? It is fr dot line number. Okay, so print here I am just printing the line number. I am going to do small change here. So fr dot line underscore num, that is the variable. Okay, so it will display the line number and then the value. Okay, so little change I have made. Now I save it and then I run once again. Now it will display. Can you see? It is number 1. It is nothing but, so it is actually given by the variable called line number. Because of this it is giving, okay, it is automatically generate a line number. To get the line number or to get the number of records, so you can use a line number. Okay, so line number I of 0, I of 1, and then I of 2. Okay, so normally whenever you have been asked to read the content, you may be asked to count the number of lines that are present in the file. Okay, how you can count the number of lines? So here I can include the counter. Okay, so C is equal to 0, and then for I in FR, okay, for each record you can increase the count. C is equal to C plus 1. So after that, at the end of the for loop, okay, so you can print print the number of records is equal to, where it is, C. So you can print that. Okay, so when you run that, so the number of records, it is giving us 4. So is it actually 4 records? No, the first line is only the heading. Okay, I don't want that to be counted. Okay, I want to count only the next 3 lines. That is the first line, it is always a header. I want to skip that, means you can use a next function. Okay, so the next function from the beginning it will move to the next record. Okay, so as soon as I create a fr object, immediately I am calling the next function. So next of fr, when you do that, it will go to the next record. It will actually give you the whatever the record that that is being fetched from the file. Okay, so I don't want to display it, or you can also just store it in some other variable. I'm not going to use it anyway. Okay, but it will read the content and it will move to the next record. You can also use this function to go to the next record. Okay, so here I am using it to skip the heading. Okay, so with this, let me run it. Okay, so here when you look at this, so here the heading part, that is the serial number, name and age part, it's not been displayed. Okay, now it is displaying only the number of records as 3, that is the actual number of records is being displayed. Okay, so that you can do it with the help of next, which will go to the next record. That's it. Okay, so and then if you have been asked to check whether the particular student is present or not, so how you can do that? Again, you can fetch the value and then here you have to check. Say for example, I am going to the next and then I want to read the value from the user. Okay, say for example, number is equal to int of, I want to search for a particular student number. Okay, so to do so you have to read the student number from the user. Okay, so I'm just reading it as int of input of enter student number Okay, so NO it is having now it will have the whatever the student that you want to search for, it will be present there. Now what you have to do here, you have to change this content. What you have to do, I have to search whether number is present in 0th index. Only in the 0th index the student number is present. Okay, so for I in FR, if I of 0 is equal to number, whatever the number that you have read. So in that case, what you want to print student found, and then you can also display the detail of the same student. So print I. So after that you have to break it, that is you have to stop searching and then you have to come out of the loop. Okay, otherwise else, this is for loop else, that is after executing all the records, when no records are present, at that time what does that mean? That means the particular student, it's not present in the complete file. Okay, so here I want to print student not found, so I'll display that. Okay, so here I'm not displaying the number of records. Let me remove it. Okay, so now let me save it and then run it. So it is asking for the student number. So let me search for 102. Okay, so 102, what is 102? It is just displaying student number, name and then age. Now let us understand the program which is used to search for a particular item that is present in the CSV file. Okay, I want to search and then I want to display the detail if the item is found. Okay, now I am going to search the student based on the student number. Now look at the program, the same program, import CSV. I am opening the test.csv file in a reading mode, and then first I am calling the reader function, and which giving you the object as fr, and then this may not be because it is a heading. Okay, either you can have it or you can delete that. And number, I am reading whatever the student that you want to search for, I am reading it from the user. Okay, so look at this line carefully. So here number is equal to input of enter student number. Even though number I have entered as 101, 102, that is internally it is stored as a string only. If you want to convert it into an integer, there is some other method, so we are not going to talk about it now. since it is stored as a string, I am reading the value as a string from the user. That's it. Okay, so this is also not required. Okay, it is for counting the records. Okay, so here for I in FR, I am reading record by record. So I of 0, if I of 0 equal to number, that is in the 0th index I am having the student number. If that index value, if that value it is equal to the number that you are looking for. Okay, so in that case what it means, the student is found, and then I am printing the value as a list, or whatever the way that you have that you want, you can display it. So once you found the detail, you are just giving a break. Okay, so if not, okay, I have searched all the item in the file. Okay, so it is not, if it is not found, if it is coming out of the for loop, it is for else, which means this else part will be executed only after the successful completion of a for loop. Okay, so after searching all the records in the file, okay, if the item is not present, which means the student, it is not found. Okay, let me save this file and then execute it. Okay, so enter the student number. I am giving the student number as 102. So here the student is found and it is displaying the detail. So let me run it once again. Okay, so 105. So the student number not found. Okay, in that way you will be able to search for a particular record in a CSV file. Now I'll give you a demo on how to create a CSV file in Excel and then how to read the content from it. Okay, now let us open the Excel file. So this is my Excel. So blank workbook I am opening. There is only one sheet present here. So if it is more than one sheet, please delete them all. Let me create employee name and then salary. Okay, let it be EMP, whatever, employee number, name, and then salary, and then employee number is 11, and then name is XYZ, and the salary is 5,000. Next 12, and then ABC, and then salary is 7,000. Next 13, value is PQR. Okay, and then 4,000. Okay, so some values. Okay, so I have entered the value, just normal Excel. So while saving, go to file, save as. So I have to save it in my, I am going to save it in my default Python folder. Okay, so C, this PC, where is it? C. So here it is, C. Here what is the name I am going to give? Now I am going to give it as test1. Okay, so test1, and then here save as type. In the save as type you have to select CSV, comma delimited. You have to select this, right? Okay, you have to select this, and then what is the name of the file? test1.csv. Save it. Okay, so it will be last. You just, do you want to keep using that format? Yes, sure. Okay, now I close this. Do you want to save? Yes. test1.csv. okay, save. Do you want to replace? Yes. Yes. Okay, now let me open my Python. Okay, let me open the new file. How to write it? First you have to import a CSV, import CSV. Next fin is equal to open of, what is the file name? It is test1.csv, right? test1.csv, and you're going to read. So I am giving the file mode as read, and then you have to create a reader object. Okay, so reader object, how to do? fr is equal to csv.reader of fin, whatever the file object. So, and then I am using for in fr print I. That's it. And then I want to close fin.close. Okay, now save this. what is this, fbh underscore demo 2, save. Okay, now run this. Okay, whatever the detail that is stored in a Excel, you will be able to read it and display it. And what are all the other things that you wanted to do, displaying the line number, everything, it is exactly the same as your Notepad file. Okay, this is how you will be able to create a CSV file manually, and then how to read and process the content from the CSV file.